Hey everyone, and welcome
Welcome!
to Bleach Brave Souls. Today we are going to take a look at the new JP characters that have just been released, and as you all know by now, those characters are Kisuke, Shinji, and Kensei. Let's start off, guys, by finding out what you think about these characters. There's a lot of mixed feelings about them. Some people are hype, some people are not hype. Especially coming on the heels of the Dangai Ichigo Gacha, everything's going to seem a little bit less awesome. That's just the way it's going to be because, when you have these two, actually I would say three really awesome characters, the next Gacha, how can you live up to the hype? But anyway, take the poll. Take my poll. It's in the top corner over here somewhere. And rate your hype level. 1 is the highest and 3 is the not hype at all level. I'm curious to find out what the community thinks. So anyway, do that, and let's talk about the characters. Well, actually, you know what? Let's look at the characters in action first. We'll do the test play, and we'll see what they can do. All right, here we go. This is Shinji. Normal attack speed is average, I would say. He's got a dashing forward strong attack. He's got that tornado attack we've seen before. And he's got that, I don't know what the heck that is, but it's like some kind of comedic attack. And here is his special. And, oh, yeah, it looks pretty cool, I suppose. With this character, guys, you have to keep in mind that honestly, in the manga and the anime, he didn't really showcase that many abilities, so pretty much K-Lab had to improvise, and that's understandable. So I don't really hold that against the character. It is a good thing that he's in the game. Alright guys, so overall he looks pretty solid. I mean, his normal attacks are, average, I would say. Keep in mind that this is the 5-star version that I'm testing, so he does get upgrades as a 6-star. And his strong attacks, they're decent. We've seen that tornado one before. The text attack, the text comedy attack is kind of new. So that's unique about him. And, to be honest, in the past arc, well, the past flashback chapters or episodes of the anime, Shinji, he kind of like jokes around quite a bit. So I can see why they have an element of humor to his attacks. So for me, that's not a problem. For others, though, it is a problem, and I can understand that point of view as well. If we look at his stats, guys, they're pretty well-rounded, I would say. He's got good stamina, good attack. Defense is actually higher than what we've seen in the past for 6 stars, and focus is really good as well. And the spiritual pressure, that's got to be top 5 at least. I'd have to look it up, but his strong attacks should be fairly powerful, and his killer ability is Hollow, which gives him 20% more damage against hollow enemies. Soul trait is recharge time. I'd consider recharge time more of a PvE soul trait, but it can be useful in PvP as well. The 6-star upgrades he gets are normal attack speed, strong attack range, strong attack damage, special attack damage, and increased flash step. So like I said, he's well balanced, but his abilities and his statistics and his soul trait definitely favor a strong attack build or a recharge build. 580 spiritual pressure probably means that you should focus on his strong attack damage, and he does have the strong attack upgrades as a 6-star. So chappies on this character, probably not. You want to focus on strong attack. All right, so let's take a look at Kisuke, my favorite of this group. He has a Keto Blast, looks like a Vortex, and he has another forward attack, strong attack. Yeah, I mean they're visually they're all pretty cool. Here's his special. This is the move he used against Aizen. It does apply a burn damage, so he is a boss killer. Alright guys, so that's Kisuke. He does look pretty solid. His strong attacks, I must admit, you do have to aim them. So they don't cover a wide range, but they have a long range, I guess. The Vortex move is excellent. Vortex moves are always useful in PvE. So overall, I would say his strong attacks are solid. They're not anything spectacular. The problem is with the strong attacks is that they cover a very narrow range, at least the first one and the third one. And you know, that might be a disadvantage sometimes. So just keep that in mind, guys. Guys, I do apologize for not showcasing his normal attacks that much in that playthrough. You know, I had lost track of time, to be honest. So, but his normal attacks, from what I did see, are average. You know, the speed is average, so nothing special to talk about there. Let's take a look at his abilities. So Kisuke has 798 stamina, which is really good. 535 attack, again, that's very solid. 288 defense, above average for sure. 276 focus, that's excellent, guys. He'll crit quite a bit. So even though he has somewhat of a lower attack, the increased critical strike chance may compensate for that. 552 spiritual pressure, also very good. So just by looking at his stats, he's not amazing, but he is very well-rounded. He's not really weak in any category. All of his numbers are solid, so I mean, you know, he'll be a very good character, guys. The fact that none of his stats really stick out is not a big deal because, you know, all his stats are really good. You know, usually sometimes when they have a really strong attack rating, they'll have a really weak defense rating, or, you know, if they have really strong spiritual pressure, they'll have really weak attack or something like that. Kisuke, this Kisuke right here, is well-rounded, like I said before. So anyway, his killer attribute is Espada, which is the best one to have for a Soul Reaper. And Soul Trait is plus 20 strong attack. Excellent Soul Trait. And his 6-star abilities, we have plus normal attack damage, plus normal attack range. There's also plus strong attack damage. And the other two are the throwaways, special attack hits, and flash step. You could go with a chappy normal attack damage build, or you can go with a strong attack damage build because his stats are really not that terrible for either. So he's a very versatile character in my opinion, and he's also a boss killer. Keep that in mind. So he'll be very good for PvE with the burn on his special and the vortex attack that he has. So overall, great character, guys. For PvE, for PvP, very versatile. Like I said, you can build him for normal attack, you can build him for strong attack, and he'll still be good. And you know, this is great because Kisuke is probably one of my favorite characters in the series, and he's a fan favorite for sure. So I think they did a good job on him. All right, guys. So let's take a look at the last character. It is Urahara Kensei. So obviously he has all punching attacks. The speed is okay. It's not spectacular. It's not really fast. It's not really slow. Strong attacks, they're all wind-based. They seem to have a good area of effect. And the first one has really good range, it seems. It's a big tornado. Obviously, that's, you know, Kensei's power. He's got wind-based abilities, melee-based abilities. So, yeah, it makes sense. I've also noticed that none of Kensei's strong attacks are recycled attacks. You know, how sometimes they'll take somebody else's abilities and put it on a new character. All these are unique. They're not too flashy or amazing to look at, but I think it fits him. So, yeah, visually he looks very good. Strong attacks look solid. They have a good range. His normal attacks are average. Maybe the weakness of his normal attacks are the short range. But, you know, when you have a melee character, a hand-to-hand combat character, usually the range is a little bit less. So that's no big deal. So let's take a look at his stats now. He has 769 stamina, which is decent. 564 attack, which is pretty damn good. 290 defense, also excellent. 240 focus, a little bit below average, and 541 spiritual pressure, pretty solid. So again, like Kisuke, he's a well-rounded character. He's not really too weak in any area. So, you know, that seems to be a trend with this gacha. You don't have like amazing stats, but everything that they do have is solid. Kensei's killer affinity is Arankar, and his soul trait is plus 20 normal attack. As always, normal attack damage links are very useful. So let's take a look at his 6-star abilities. We have normal attack damage increased, strong attack damage increased, strong attack range increased, and the others just have to do with his special and the flash step. So similar to Kisuke, guys, Kensei can be built either way. He could be built for normal attack. He could be built for strong attack. It's kind of weird, this character. So on paper, guys, I would say that he would lean towards being a normal attack damage character. You know, he has the soul trait for it. He has the 564 base attack, and he has the normal attack damage increase in his 6-star tree. But, you know, he also has the strong attack buffs in his 6-star skills. Strong attack damage and range. So, I mean, if you don't have two chappies, he would work as a strong attack character. You know, it's probably not optimal though, but he can do it. Again, like I said, it seems to be the trend that these characters in this gacha are meant to be versatile, which is great. You know, I mean, more options equals, you know, more different builds, more variety, and just more fun. You know, I mean, even if you're not an expert at the game, you can still roll these characters and still have pretty good success with them. So, all three characters look good to me. I'm on the side that's not too hype about them, except for Kisuke. But, you know, there are cool characters, so I will do a few summons on them when they come to Global. Anyway, guys, that's all I have for this video. Let me know what you think. Take the poll in the top corner, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.